Welcome back, Flare community. I hope you're all well and having an incredible day as always. And yes, it is Thursday, which means that it is time for the weekly news update. I am a little bit busy tonight, so this one's going to be a quick one, a bit of a rapid news roundup. And yeah, we're just going to jump straight in. We've got Valiant Energy in the house, Doc Bob D, we've got VM, Zoba, and Zero Cool. Welcome to the party. Let's get into this news. So, starting off in usual fashion, checking out the various signal providers or data providers over on the Flare network. We've got RoboClinic in the house as well. And thanks, Gary. Nice to see you, RoboClinic. Been a while. Topping the charts this week, we've got Attorney. In second place, we've got Lena Instruments. Third place, we've got Price Kraken. Fourth place, Alpha Oracle. And in fifth place, ACDT FTSO. Congratulations to all the signal providers making it into the top 5 this week. Moving on to NFTs and the various statistics here. On xHaven, we got the Focus Pass topping the charts this week. In second place, Flare Apes. I'm not sure if they've had some recent announcements because it seems like they're up quite a bit. Third place, we have Blockbones. In fourth place, we have the Blockbones Traits. And in fifth place, the Loyaltist Collection. And that's by Enosys. Over on True Gems, there's really been someone stealing the star, or the star of the show, stealing the show. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. True Gems with, for the week, 2 million in volume. That's quite impressive. In second place, we have the Way to F assets, which was, of course, a free mint. Third place, Flareware. I believe this is physically redeemed products. And in fourth place, Songbirds. Fifth place is the living art of something. Bonsai. Some nice bonsai trees for you there. Moving on to news on X. So DeFi Divi's posting his usual Flare whale rank reload. And this is a bit of statistics about all of the accounts and wallets that hold FLR on the Flare network. So this is what it looks like. Quite well distributed. Most of the accounts obviously holding a very low amount here. And just a few of these wallets, I assume, that have been held by the Flare team, Flare Labs, or the Flare Foundation. And yeah, that's where you are. This is your ranking. Please don't share it with anyone, because you could be putting a target on your back. First ever Flare Builder online workshop kicked off earlier this week. It was the 16th, and this is really worth a watch if you're interested in getting a roundup of what the Flare network is. This is a very comprehensive video, and I believe it was hosted by Philippe. And yeah, it's about an hour long, and it goes through everything that you need to know. The FTSO, the Flare data connector, and much more as well, and why oracles and high integrity data are important in this growing technology. Speaking about FDA, yes, there's been 3 proposals in 1 week, and you can read about them, about Flare governance structure through this website. It's the Flare website, but if you go to X and search for Flare Networks, it's the official handle. All others are imposters. They're putting out quite a lot of information about the proposals. And here is one, actually. This is a milestone for Flare and F assets. The Flare data connector, formerly known as the FDC, is coming to the Songbird network. And there's also a proposal for it coming to the Flare network. This is actually a pre-requestee for F assets going live. Without this, F assets cannot go live. And it's basically a protocol that gets data from external sources, whether that be on-chain or off-chain. So, For example, its use case in the F asset system is verifying that transactions have happened on an external chain. So whether that's XRP, whether that's Bitcoin, the Flare data connector is essentially going to be observing a transaction on these other networks to confirm that they've been sent to an agent, and that's when you're going to be able to redeem the underlying asset, for example XRP, for FXRP over on the Flare network. In its initial deployment, the Flare data connector will support the attestation types required for the F asset system, as well as EVM transaction types. And the voting starts on October the 24th. And just looking at the comments here, DocBobD says that he still thinks that the proposal should pass on Songbird before opening on Flare. And I tend to agree, Songbird is the canary network, and I'm a bit confused as why these have been bundled up together, let's say. But I do understand that the ship everything hashtag is probably causing quite a lot of pressure on the team to get everything shipped. And Hugo did say that this is going to be everything, including F assets, on both Songbird and Flare. I personally would have liked this to be deployed earlier on Songbird, or at least giving it a couple of weeks delay just to make sure everything is working as expected. But as we know, the two networks are very similar, so I don't think there's any immediate risk. I guess it can be analyzed once it's passed, because there's not going to be any implementation of the FDC for quite some time. And I imagine the first major application will be F assets, although there is a sports betting application which I believe is utilizing this, maybe on a test environment, let's say. If you want to dig a little bit deeper into the Flare data connector, Nari Usha has posted this. She's chief scientist at the Flare Networks, and she posts a lot of academic research papers, and this is one of them, the Flare data connector. And if you scroll down, it gives you a few diagrams, but a lot of technical jargon, lots of equations. I'm not going to lie, guys, I'm not really sure on how to read these. I haven't given it a full read yet, but I do plan to in the near future and try and digest what I can. But yeah, this is an actual academic paper, and it goes into a lot of different things, including the reward structure and all that good stuff as well. So if you do have a technical mind and are a whiz at mathematics, then please feel free to give this a read and yeah, sort of uncover the mysteries behind the FDC, the Flare data connector. RootScan is a multi-chain explorer, and they were just posting this chart here about a canary chain. Of course, we're talking about the Songbird network, and as you can see here, over 1.1, almost 1.2 transactions, and this is on a daily time frame, if I'm not mistaken. So pretty impressive for Songbird as a canary network. Of course, this should be hosting all of the changes prior to them going live on the Flare network. So it will always be the most advanced network in terms of new functionality, opposed to, or in contrast to, the Flare network. This is just a gentle reminder, Flare is the only network with enshrined oracles. What does that mean? Well, it means that the oracle itself, the Flare time series oracle, leverages the decentralized nature of the Flare network. It's very different from anything that's been built before. This is why I believe that the Flare network is far ahead of the pack, and without a doubt the most decentralized and high integrity oracle within the space. Yes, we've also got some more news here from RootScan talking about the TVL, which stands for Total Value Locked, on the Flare network. It reached a new all-time high recently, and that was 17.2 million on within DeFi, right? So that could be Kinetic, it could be Enosys, BlazeSwap, SparkDex AI, and all of the other great applications that are built on top of the Flare network. This metric here, TVL, Total Value Locked, is very attractive for developers because it shows where the money is going. And this chart here shows that it is only growing. And if I'm honest, I can put this towards the RFLR emissions program that's reward Flare, right? So they're trying to incentivize a lot of people to bridge stable coins onto the Flare network and boost up that liquidity and get some active participation. And it seems like it's working. It's a huge success. And yeah, if you're not already participating in it, then you certainly should be. I've been talking about this with the Patreon family on revealing, I guess, my strategies on how I'm navigating the DeFi landscape. This is from Crypto Lens. They talk about the top 10 blockchains by TVL growth for the week. In third place, there is Flare Network, and of course many other networks, but it's great to see that they've made the top 10. Enosys have released new SFIN incentive pools to their V3 decentralized exchange. So all 0.3 tier liquidity pools will receive 0.025 SFIN for every 6-hour epoch. So if you are supplying liquidity through Enosys, you're going to be able to benefit from SFIN as well. And if you're supplying liquidity on the Flare side of things, you also get the RFLR rewards, and some of the pools also offer APS, which is the similar token to SFIN, but on the Flare network instead. The Gateway of Destiny event, this is done by Enosys, recently concluded, and yeah, I was fortunate enough to win some great merch. They've got caps, they've got socks, they've got t-shirts, and yeah, I'm going to be giving some of them away to the Patreon family, so if you are interested in joining, we do monthly giveaways for those in the Legend tier. Not just things like this, but every single month we give away an unrevealed Block Bonez NFT, which is worth about, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere close to 6,000 FLR, so about $70 maybe. And we also give away a Lucky Claw NFT as well. So yeah, check the link in the description if you are interested. Moving along and staying on the theme of Enosys, the loans protocol on Songbird has finally been depreciated. So if you did have any Canary dollars that's canned, you can now redeem it for xFi, and this is the ratio here. And a lot of it has been used to raise funds. Well, the Gateway of Destiny event was used to pay off some of that debt. I believe the Enosys team didn't get anything from the Gateway of Destiny event, and all of the proceeds were used towards paying off the debt on this bad loan. So this is now depreciated. If you are holding canned, check out the Enosys suite of products. You want to go to the loan protocol, and then I believe you can redeem it for xFi right there. I actually launched a game for those that are holding the Bonez token. It's a very simple game, and it's basically picking cards, and you're playing against everyone else. Everyone that connects their wallets sees the same board, and someone can start the game. It costs a fee, and yeah, you pick cards, and you essentially try and pick the winning card. This is all on blockchain. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's quite gamified and very balanced as well between the person starting the game and the person or the people that are playing. Some of you may recognize this actually, because it was the first game that I deployed for the Flare community coin sometime last year, and my first venture, I think, into blockchain development. So time certainly flies. If you do have Bonez, consider giving it a go, because it does contribute towards the deflationary mechanics of BNZ. So the Bonez token is always going to be going down and getting burnt. And of course, this entitles you to a share of the earn wallet, which increases with FLR. So if you have 1% of the Bonez supply, then into 2026, once the Flare drops end, you're going to have 1% allocation to all of the FLR that is in that wallet, and that's just going up. It's getting compounded, not just through staking and delegation rewards, but through trait sales and some other mechanics that I'm going to talk about maybe in the next month or so. Pico collaborated with Block Bonez for this very special card, and well, numerous cards. If you haven't already checked this out, it's a game on the Songbird network, and it's a lot of fun. If you are interested in playing, you can visit their Discord, and I think you can still get a free deck which consists of 27 cards. You play against other people, and if you lose, unfortunately, your cards get burnt. So it is quite interesting and a lot of fun, and some exclusive cards within this collaboration with Block Bonez. Yes, there is a giveaway. One of these cards, so these are one of the 5 rarest cards, I believe, in the entire collection, and I'm giving it away at some point this week. If you do want to check it out, come and check my X account and just scroll down the timeline a little bit. I did retweet it yesterday, and yeah, you may have a shot at getting this very rare card. AA Best Quark boxes, can I redeem? You certainly can. Just go to the Gateway of Destiny event and just reveal your Quark boxes and see exactly what you've got. Wishing you luck, man. I hope you get that golden back scratcher. This is from xHaven. The excitement is building. XVN token is launching soon on the Flare network. You'll be able to stake it and earn a portion of the rewards from, or I guess the fees from the platform itself. So whenever anyone buys or sells an NFT, there is an associated fee, and a portion of that fee is going to go to those who stake XVN. They did just conclude their snapshot, I believe it was last week, and this was based on all of the transactions that you may have had buying and selling NFTs on xHaven, or once it was called Sparkles as well back in the day. Yes, let's just read this here. So this is from Jay. So he says, Jay from Spend the Bits. And if you didn't know, Spend the Bits is an application that allows you to send and receive Bitcoin. And this is powered by, I believe, the XRP ledger, but also the Flare network too. And Jay says, Hugo, it's about time. And thanks. I'm sorry, maybe I should read Hugo's first here. We are glad to have you building on Flare. Let's grab some time to discuss next week. And he replies, it's about time, and thanks for always listening to us. I have some major news that should be music to your ears. It's under NDA, so non-disclosure agreement, so I can't reveal it here since it involves Flare networks. Very interesting. And he'll share it when they speak. Flare community is going to get a treat. I'm definitely intrigued by this. I do following him, and of course, when I hear the news, once it breaks, I will be sharing it with you guys to help get the word out there. Yes, I'm also cooking some stuff as well, so I'm looking for talented artists and illustrators. If that may be you, do drop me a message over on X, or tag me, or on Discord, because I am looking for talented artists. Just to let you know, I've got something cooking in the background. One final note here, this is from Pixel Plant NFTs, that now it's time for a little taster for what is coming. The Fleet Wars game will be launched on Songbird before the end of the quarter with several phases. And I believe this is an NFT game. I believe it's something akin to Battleships, if I'm not mistaken. But of course, if you want to get more details on this and read the entire thread for yourself, it's quite a long one, but you can go to @pixelplantsSGB. That is the news for this week, guys. Again, I'm sorry I do have to dash. That was a bit of a quick one, but I do appreciate you all watching. Feel free to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Do have yourself a good weekend. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, I'm out.